And joining us now is the Democratic Senator of Washington, Patty Murray. Thank you for being here, Senator. You did take part in this. You delivered an hour-long speech against vote on the Senate floor yesterday, warning he believes we live in a post-constitutional time. But knowing that you're not in the majority and knowing that it is unlikely that Republicans will decide not to give Donald Trump what he wants, why is it important? What do you want the American people to know about why the Democrats are spending this time standing on the Senate floor and talking about this?
Chris, it is so important that American people across this country and in every community understand that our democracy is at stake with someone like Russell Vought, who doesn't believe that we should follow the Constitution or the laws or the democratic procedures we have always followed in order to make sure that we are passing funding for people in my state and across the country on the priorities that we debate and vote on in Congress. He has specifically said that he will violate the law. He doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe that this democracy should work that way. He just simply believes that whoever is president can make the decisions about where your tax dollars go. Well, you know what? Every American gets to vote for their member of Congress, for their senator, because they get to listen and say, is this person going to fight for me in my state, for the issues that we care about? Go to Congress and work with others to help make sure our state works, that we are prosperous, that what we need is on the table and not dismissed by whoever's Republican, who's ever president. And why is that important? We don't know who the future president is. I do not understand why Republicans aren't thinking ahead, that maybe they're pretty happy with Trump making decisions for who gets funding streams for the next few years, but they are not going to have a Republican president forever. And do they want to cede this power, this own power that they have to be a voice for their constituents to any president in the future? That is what's at stake, and the very real consequences are so clear to us now because we have an unelected billionaire who is going into every agency and is messing with the records, deciding that he's going to stop funding here, stop funding there, not merely by a stroke of a pen, but by shutting down websites or portals so people can't get access to their information. This is dangerous, it is outrageous, and we are standing on the floor to make clear what is at stake for our country, and we're fighting back.
You said on Monday, we're pulling the fire alarm. And so it's ringing because as we see Tammy Duckworth again, and we've been listening for the last 25 hours, it is being rung, but I guess my question, Senator, is who's listening? What's the strategy to fight back? And will it ultimately land with Congress as programs are cut? Will it end up mostly in the courts? What's the strategy?
Well, what I said is we're pulling the fire alarm. We're letting people know what is going on. Republicans hold the majority in Congress. They have the votes, but they have a choice. Do they help turn on the fire hose and stop this, or do they stand in the fire and go down with it? They have a choice. And that choice is clear to all of us. They will have to hold the responsibility for the damage that occurs from here. And we want people to understand that. But secondly, we are fighting this in the courts because what this president and people like Vought are doing is violating the law. And we are going through our court system as well to make sure that we stop these illegal actions. And I want to say to everyone out there, we are being inundated by stories about websites that you've seen taken down. That means that your community preschool can't get access to funds, or to a forester who just told me this morning he can't get access to the portal that allows them to get the funds for firefighting equipment for our firefighters who are hosting or who are trying to fight forest fires. We need your stories. You know why? Because they're not letting us in either. So your voice, your story, you talking to all of us and telling us what's going on in the ground allows us to speak out, speak up, makes Republicans hear us too, but critically helps us make the case in the courts about why this is lawless.